Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Dre and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic Podcast. Got your two hosts, Dre and Reg. We got Will with us. Guest appearance again. What's going on, my guy?
Good, fellas. Good, man. Just always happy to be back with the fellas.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, man. We definitely appreciate it, dog.
Sir. Y'all know I tell Reggie all the time, just let me know.
Talk a little man shit today. What's good with you, Dre?
Man, you know me, dog. Different toilet, same shit, bro. You know what I mean? Working. Listen, but I am excited, man. My partners from back home, man. My crew that I met while I was up at A&T, man. Excuse me. I met at A&T, man, and from all different walks of life. We'll probably be about 9, 10 strong down in the A, man. So we're gonna do a takeover in the A for a couple of days, man. So I'm really excited about that. Get ready to get an opportunity to go to Cam's bar fellowship.
When?
Friday.
Okay.
Friday, early Friday though, like happy hour type. Yeah, I know you did. But we're gonna be there all weekend, man. So that'll be my opportunity to get out.
Yeah, then it's about
get dressed up, man. Get suited and booted, dog. So I ain't never really been in a bar where you got to get suited and booted. So I'm gonna give it a shot this weekend.
I definitely ain't bring no. I have to. Yeah, I definitely ain't bring no clothes to dressed in.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be on my James Bond shit, man. We're gonna see.
Okay.
Good shit.
That's what's up, man. So this week, last week we had two ladies on, and we kind of talked about. Well, we were supposed to talk about interracial relationship type stuff, but we didn't even touch on that. We didn't touch on it. It went straight into basically how hard it is for a Black woman to find a Black man, and Black, just the different dating aspects, what's going on. And we actually stumbled onto the question of why is submission earned, but chivalry and being a provider is expected. So what are y'all thoughts on that? Smurf, me and Dre hit it last week, kind of sort of.
Yeah, I'll let you go, Smurf.
So I'll ask it again. Actually, I'll ask it again. So in a nutshell, we came across the question, and actually the question didn't really get answered.
No.
And it was why is submission earned? Well, why is submission? Why does it have to be earned? But chivalry and being a provider is
expected. Yeah. So I get what you're saying. I think we kind of touched on that shit like a month or two ago in our group chat. Like I think you brought it up for a minute. I mean, shit. Why? That's it's tough.
Hey, listen.
It's tough. It's tough.
We're talking male. If we get into male toxicity, we get into it. Don't be candid.
I mean, no, it is what it is. But no, because I think more so it's always what's been taught, especially when it comes to chivalry. Opening doors, the little things that supposedly matter, or that's supposed to matter when it comes to a man, just showing that he knows how to take care of a woman. And like you said, now the protector part, that I think that's what kind of throws me a little bit, because my thing is, have I already been with this person for a while? Am I just meeting this person?
Okay.
So you have to so from my perspective, I feel like you have to kind of look at it from that way. I think naturally as men, we're protectors regardless. So I can be out on a date, some shit pop off. My thing is to make sure that we are, we straight.
Mm-hmm.
We not in harm's way, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like you said, why is it expected? Not really sure. I'm definitely I'm not sure why it's expected, but I think as a man, it's just something we naturally do, and it's something that we're taught.
Okay. So let me interject real quick.
Mhm.
Shouldn't all of it kind of be expected? Because I think when you look at history, the submission part was something that was expected when you talk to, let's say, our grandfather, grandmother, great grandfather, great grandmother. You know what I'm saying? That like they were already submissive to that man.
Right.
It wasn't something that oh, he gonna have to show me that he can lead a household in order for me to be submissive to him. He gonna have to show me that he can protect this household, or I gotta see his credit score, or I gotta see his bank stubs or whatever else in order for me.
I think it's more so.
for
I
him.
think it's more so social media. I think social media has a major part in that shit nowadays. Because I'm like, motherfuckers don't even court no more. Like motherfuckers, some
Okay.
dudes won't court. Women won't allow themselves to be courted.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's just from especially for somebody who just got back to this whole dating shit.
Mhm.
Nigga, this shit's a struggle. This shit's this shit's a motherfucking struggle, bro.
Welcome to my
I just cause I'm like you just looking at it from a logical aspect. You see somebody you like, you get their attention, whatever. You let them know what's up. Possibly ask them out on a date. Nothing crazy. Hey, let's go get a bite to eat, talk, whatever.
Mhm.
Some motherfuckers don't even want that shit. Cause like you said, they want to know, like you said, they want to know your credit score, what you do for a living, how much you make. I'm like, whoa, chill.
Yeah.
Let's get the basic shit down.
Right. I got you. Yeah. Dre, you want to add on to that? I know we touched on it last week.
Look, man. Look. I don't. The days of the double standard for me are over, right?
Mhm.
The days of double standard for me are over, and the reason why I say they're over is because I heard over and over and over and over, and I've heard, the plight of a Black woman, so to speak, and what they have to deal with, and what they have to, what they're up against, right? And then it goes into that. Then that goes into dating and what they are expecting from us as men. And then you go into what you not being able to meet your partner halfway. You know what I'm saying? And like, to me, it's just a crock of shit, man. Like I don't. Today is crazy. I think we talked about it, Reggie, before I left your house a couple of days ago, or a couple of weeks ago. I'm not going to specifically blame it on these women, but I say that music has a lot to do with it. And the reason why, but it's so contradictory because these women are sitting here listening to these artists, these female artists, women artists, they're listening to them. And it all sounds good, like women empowerment in the worst way, in a toxic way.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, when they get off that wax, when they get out the booth, you know what the women doing? Going home to their family, being submissive,
Going to their man.
going to their man.
Buying him rollies, taking him on trips. Like he do the same for her.
Right.
So it's like,
I mean, Offset opened the refrigerator and had what, like 30 stacks, 40 stacks in the refrigerator?
Well, I don't know nothing about that, but I say all that to say, look, bro, like, wake up. Wake up. People, as people, we need to wake up. But also, too, like, you know, you really need to sit back and think about what it is that you are allowing to deter your thinking process altogether, man.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's these JTs and Young Miamis and Megan Stallions and Rennie the Rucci's and all that stuff, that's, you know, because at the end of the day, and I hate to speak on her situation, but you take somebody like Rennie Rucci. At the end of the day, Rennie Rucci talk cash shit. Get whatever you can get out of a nigga, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get whatever you can get out of a nigga. Do this, do that. Not getting just music, but people need to realize that this shit, you know, our youth and our people are really taking this shit and they're using it like his doctrine. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, every other day, Rennie Rucci is crying, talking about how her boyfriend should be free out of jail and that she gonna hold him down and she ain't doing nothing. She's gonna make money. She gonna do what she got to do until he come home.
Mm-hmm. Well, so this hot girl summer shit started off real good 2-3 years ago, whenever it started. But it's a myth now because these advocates for hot girl summer are all booed up in relationships.
All of them.
Cardi,
All of them.
City Girl,
All of them.
Gucci, Bamboo. I mean, all of them are here loving on men. So these women are like, hey, I'm going blah, blah, blah. Gotta get my body right for the summer, this and that. Meg ain't getting her body right for the summer. She on a yacht somewhere with Party.
Nay.
Fontaine. She ain't worried about that shit. She got a nigga. She ain't out here checking for other niggas ready for a hot girl summer.
Right.
Party's not. None of these women are not. They sold all these women on this hot girl summer thing so they can go out here and do whatever a hot girl summer's supposed to be. While meanwhile they going home to a nigga like I said, and as far as in Quavo, what I said, his birthday, if I'm not mistaken, it's a video on IG. You can pull it up. He opened the refrigerator on his birthday. Cardi told him, look in the refrigerator. Nigga, it was stacked some money layered in there because she didn't know what to get him.
Right.
You talking about Offset?
Yeah,
Offset.
my bad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The year before he got a Bentley, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I mean, these women out here are doing things that they telling on record. They're saying one thing, but real life, they're doing something else, and they ain't even really
doing it. But see, hey, they doing the shit that's making them. They doing the shit that's making them happy.
Right.
Once they get off wax, that's what they do.
But the only thing it seems like, and I hate to say all women are catching on to it, but the only thing it seems like the majority of them are catching on to is, nah, this nigga need to pay for fly me out to XYZ. If he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that, or broke niggas don't deserve pussy, or whatever all that shit is we be hearing, whatever. But I do think that someone told me this statement, and it said they said a lot of women are single because the men that really want them aren't their type.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well.
Maybe.
They said the good men that like them aren't their type. They said a lot of these women will talk bad and talk down on fuckboys, but fuckboys are what they're interested in. A lot of these women want a nigga that's out in the street, that gets a lot of attention, that got women in his inbox, or when he walk in his spot, women are looking at him like he draws a lot of attention.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't know what. Listen, it's okay to have a preference, man. All right, it's okay to have a preference, right?
Because we all do.
Because we all do. We all have a preference. However, I look at it like this, man. on one end, yeah, no, you don't settle. But on the other end, it's like if what you're saying you want is in one person, I'm not saying you got to pick that person, but over and over again, the type of stuff that you see, the type of views or type, excuse me, the type of stuff that you want to see in a man or type of stuff that you want to see in a woman, bro. If it's coming around, but then you say, that's not it. He not it. She not it. Then you need to reevaluate, man.
Right.
Yeah.
What? But and I think because our dynamics are different today, as they said last week. A lot of people are growing up in single parent families. A lot of men grew up with mom, so mom is teaching them, hey, you do this, you do that, you navigate like this, you move through the world like this. Where they said, okay, he didn't have that man's input to say, hey, well, when you shake a man's hand, you're supposed to look him in his eyes, or when you walk in a room, speak to everybody, blah blah blah. This is what men do. You open doors, blah blah blah, whatever else. The aspect of the whole dating scene is, I guess, for us that wasn't raised with fathers in the house for the majority of our lifestyle, a lot of this stuff we've learned from a woman. And a lot of these women these days probably are teaching their men, well, their young men that's growing up, hey, you don't take shit from a woman. You don't do this. Hey, a woman's going blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, for not to blame anything on women, but a lot of these men or young men that's growing up these days are learning how to treat or how to handle women from a woman. Yeah. If we want to use the single parent aspect of this man growing up not having a woman in his life.
Well, yeah, you're right, and I speak from it from my stepdad. My stepdad has been in my life for quite some time, but me and my mom have a completely different relationship just because of the minor, the small amount of space in between when our ages. You know what I mean? Right. My mom was only 15, 16 years older than me, so. But me and my mother never had to talk about what a woman should do, what a woman shouldn't do. She just led by example. Mm-hmm. She just set the blueprint. She just did what she had to do. Never, not one in 36 years, never had that conversation, man.
Mm-hmm. So when you say that, because my mother remarried when I want to say I was 14, 15, but even when she did that, so I grew up my whole life watching my mom do it all by herself. Mm-hmm. And then when she married, it wasn't hey, I'm about to take a step back and let him do everything. No, this is the team. Right. We're building something together now, you know what I'm saying? So it was never there were certain things she did, certain things he did. I don't know the bill aspect, and I hate to even get on that subject and talk about that. But as far as in all the domestic stuff, everybody did everything together. Sunday came around and it was yard work time. My stepdad might have been out there cutting the grass. Guess me and my mom, my sister out there raking pine cones and pine straws, clipping hedges. Like it was no, oh, this is a man's job, this is a woman's job, or whatever else. We did this shit as a family. We tag team everything. We got shit popping. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Versus today is. I think one of the young ladies on the show last week said something about a man. Well, if I need my trash taken out, they're taking out trash or blah blah blah. This I think we're kind of getting away from these traditional roles, but a lot of these roles are still kind of, I guess, the same. Like I don't know. I feel like as a man, if I come home and it's a trash can full of trash and it's stinking, I'm gonna say, well, hey, baby, the house smells like trash. Why don't you just put trash? I mean, that, to me, that's just common sense.
Yes.
If she was to say, well, I'm a woman, I'm not supposed to touch the trash can, I might feel some kind of way about it. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're gonna sit in the house and let the house smell like trash because you don't touch the trash can. But I mean,
shit. Look, at the very least, set that shit outside. I can get that shit when I come home.
Something.
At the very least, do that shit.
something. So I actually asked a couple questions for women just to send me questions off of this episode. But so do y'all think a marriage license should expire? Let's say put a time frame on it and say, okay,
Yes.
let's say 5 years. Okay, our marriage license expired in 5 years. Now this fifth year or going into this fifth year, kind of like a contract.
Yep.
Okay, baby, we still in love. We need to go ahead and renew this. Or nah, this just ain't it for us.
I wouldn't look
yeah.
if that shit was ever to happen, I wouldn't be upset about it.
Okay.
Because like you said, things change over the years.
Right.
Like, so prime example. Me and my ex-wife married 5 years, done after 5. And like you said, had we had that marriage license, we could have been like, hey, we in our 5th year, shit ain't looking too good. Okay, look, we can go ahead and part ways.
Right. Okay. What you think, Rick?
I think that will obviously I think the number of divorces would go down. I think that would be interesting. I think that would be something that probably would help people. You know what I mean? You got X amount of time, knowing that you have X amount of time, man and woman. You know what I'm saying? You have X amount of time to get this thing right. And if you don't get it right, it's all right. It's okay. You tried it. You gave it an opportunity. You know what I mean? When it comes down to marriage and without getting to the religious side of it, let's just be honest, it is a business.
Very much so.
So every 5 years.
And so sometimes businesses fail, sometimes businesses flourish, but sometimes businesses fail. So it's like, all right, 5 years, guess what? This thing ain't working for us. So, our time is up.
Yeah.
Our time is up here. We're done here.
Or you can re-up.
Or you can re-up.
Yep.
It will be interesting though.
So I do want to have a part 2 to this, but I want to have a different set of women, more women. I don't think that should have fly over.
Depending on who you're talking to, because I'm like, we know
every 5 years we re-up.
We know some women, Reggie, and they be like, you know what? That ain't a bad idea.
Yeah.
I know one person in particular who wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. I think the majority be like, what kind of dumb shit is that? But I don't know.
I think because so, and you know why they think that? Because they look at it.
This is security.
They look at it from a standpoint that when you're married, marriage is supposed to be forever.
Right.
Marriage ain't forever. Marriage ain't for everybody.
Right.
That's just like motherfucking school. School ain't for everybody. Motherfucking marriages ain't for everybody.
More or less these days.
It's the shit's another job. Motherfuckers get into that shit thinking it's all whole hump. No, nigga, it's another job.
Okay.
Like you just added a whole nother job to your fucking resume. Because you gotta make sure that you're helping take care of this person, make sure they're happy, make sure you're on top of their game, and vice versa.
Right.
You gotta do the same shit in order for the shit to work. And so if one person ain't happy, it's gonna be problems.
Yeah. But so listening to you, if you really love that person, that kind of puts a little pressure on you to say, okay, what do I need to do within myself? Or is it me?
Right.
Is it something with me that's not making this person happy that I can change or I can do? You know what I'm saying? Versus, the selfish ideology of, well, they just wanted to get a divorce because their own personal reasons or whatever.
My thing is, who cares?
Right. It's so I think you can kind of, but that takes a stronger person though to look within self and like, hey, what am I not doing?
Right.
All right, let's talk about vulnerability. in your life, dating life, whether you was dating or married, how many times would you say that you've been, I guess, vulnerable to a woman to where you felt like that you can express yourself, tell her like things about yourself or things in your past or your life that you would not share with the world or other women, or even being able, to be more I guess emotional, even if you cried around her.
Percentage? What are we talking? It's like full fledged, or is it a percentage on this thing?
We'll go off of what you got.
Okay, so for me, I'll say in my lifetime, the most, I'll go percentage wise, the most that I've ever been fully vulnerable. Well, not fully. I've been vulnerable the most. Probably about 70% vulnerable. Probably about 70. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, but you know what? That's just me. I think a lot of it had to do with, what society said. Society said be a tough guy. Society said don't be that guy. Don't be a wimp. You know what I'm saying? That's what society told me. So, but I guess I fought myself with it because I'm like, all right, I'm with this person and I feel like this is my best friend. I feel like this is my everything. I feel like this is the person, for me, but yet still society is telling me to cool out. Nah, that ain't it. And guess what? At the end of the day, and I was told, and I was asked, I was asked over and over again, let me in, let me in, let me in. But I only gave, the percentage that I wanted to give. Okay. Because at the end of the day, on the other side of it, I'm like, I'm a man. So fast forward now, I'm unlearning. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what? And this question could go for you too, Smurf. So what can a woman do to make you feel more comfortable with giving that 100%, as far as in being vulnerable or letting them in to unlock different chambers that has never been, tapped before?
So for me now, it's hard as hell for me to be vulnerable. And I mean, you'll get it in pockets here and there. Okay. Like now, because I've been burned with being vulnerable. Like I've had that shit thrown back in my face. And I'm like, you know what? Never again. Right. And it's just a fact of but previously, the person, if I'm with somebody, yeah, I'm as time goes along, yeah, you're gonna get this shit out of me. Cause I learned from my dad. My dad was like, because he had to tell me, he had same way as you, Dre, he had to unlearn himself. It's like you have to let the woman know how you feel. Regardless of how soft you think you are, you gotta let them know how you feel. Because they'll be willing to step in and talk to you, that give you that comfort where if you can't, where you can't reach us or get to us like that. Because I'm quick to go to the crib so I can get that love and get that escape, so I can be vulnerable and let that shit out. Yeah. But like so I learned it from my pops, and so yeah, every person that I was with, that I was seriously in a relationship with, yeah, they got 100% of the vulnerability. Like it took them a little bit to get there, but when they got it, they got it. Like they see me fucking boohoo cry, all that shit.
So but go ahead.
I was gonna say now, it's to answer the other question. As far as what can a woman do, is sometimes it's just fucking being there, listening, just giving us that, giving the man that understanding and shit. Sometimes you ain't even gotta say shit. Just let us get that off.
Judgment free zone.
Yeah, and that's and I think that's the part that that's the hardest part. Can you make it a judgment-free zone? Like, can we walk away from this shit and then you not bring this shit up later? Because like I said, I've had that shit thrown back in my face.
And we all have. We all have.
Hey,
I have.
That's why I said I'm so fucking jaded with that shit. I mean, I give motherfuckers little pockets here and there, but
listen, you just said a mouthful, and the thing is, us as men, women have that tongue that cuts like a motherfucking ginsu.
Damn, boy.
And when
they don't even make ginsus anymore. But we know what
we know exactly what you're talking about.
That listen, that when they get in that zone and they start talking that shit and really get into you, you know exactly, because a woman knows you. A woman that really loves you and likes you knows exactly what to say to cut your ass up. In the worst way.
In the worst fucking way, dog. And sometimes we can't do shit but take it. Sometimes we can't do shit but take it, but goddamn it, I be like, hold up.
That
motherfucking relax.
Yeah, that motherfucking tongue. Listen, like a punch from Tyson. But so hey, what can a woman do to I guess earn that well, not earn it, but I guess unlock that side of you, as far as in that side to where, okay, you feel more comfortable expressing yourself, being vulnerable, whether you're telling those different things, you might cry or whatever, when you're just talking.
It comes with time. I think for us as men, man, because women have their certain, I'll call them tactics, right? Women have certain tactics to figure out if a man can handle what it is that they bring to the table. I think for us, it's the same way. I think that's the safe route, just unpacking a little bit at a time. You understand what I'm saying? Because we all got some shit with us.
Okay.
We do. We all got some shit with us. So I think it's about time. I go with time management. You know what I mean? Like, just understanding that, hey, you know what? Maybe let me see if she can handle this. Let me see if she can handle that. You know what I mean? And put it together. You know what I mean? Trial period, if you will.
Yeah. So is there certain characteristics that you look for too that this woman displays?
I think so.
What about you, Smurf?
Yeah, most of it, and it shows over time. Like, they gotta be real. Like, and you can, as men, we can tell real from the fake, especially when it comes to women, especially when it comes to a woman we like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way, because I'm like, it's one thing to be able to tell the real from fake from somebody that we see. If it's somebody like that we like we can tell if they fucking rock with us for real. Right. And they actually paying attention to what we telling them, especially during those vulnerable times. Right.
And you know what? Matter of fact, I'll take a moment right now in the pod, because we put so much into this pod to make sure that we're authentic and unapologetic, right? I'll give you a prime example for me in my life. One of the things that's a touchy point with me is the relationship that I have with my biological father, right? So at the end of the day, anybody, when it comes down to a woman, if we are close, and you know what, you don't even have to be about dating. We ain't got to be dating. I'm just talking about a woman, period, right? Right. If if we are close and I let you in on that side of my life, to let you know that me and my dad, we haven't always been on the best of terms. We hasn't, he hasn't always been present. It takes two, but at the end of the day, he hasn't always been present. And that's something that's bothering me. Even at 36, I still think about some of those times, still think about some of those things, right? If I let you in and that you use that as a weapon against me, man, this is one of the most hurtful things in my life, if not the most.
Right.
And you're able to, and you sit there and sit back and use that against me, I'm gonna question who the fuck you are.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna question. Yeah.
I get it. I definitely get it. But I think as men, we all been there. I mean, I think for me is the women in my life, my daughters and my mother. Anytime the times that a woman have felt a need to attack me, those are the things that she's used. Those are the things that she's used. She had something to say about my mother, my daughters. Those are the things.
Yeah. And when you do that, it makes me question your character.
Right.
It makes me question your character, because at the end of the day, just like, so at the end of the day, so the other side of that is with usually we become vulnerable because in some way, shape, or form, that woman has become vulnerable, or she's shown vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? Signs of it. So just like, I know for me, it would take for a person, I'm not even gonna say woman, I'm gonna say it takes for a person for me to become vulnerable and let you in, or some of the things that are harmful to me or hurtful to me, or for me to become vulnerable, because it's just not dimmed down to relationships. Mm-hmm. It's your partners, it's your, you know what I mean? So I'll just talk about that. I got to know a little bit about you.
Okay.
And again, I'll go a little further. I won't go in depth, but I'll just touch the surface. At the end of the day, Reg, me and you've been partners for a while, right? Mm-hmm. In all actuality, we became brothers when you had to lean on me. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Because you trusted me with what the hell you had going on. So in turn, I didn't abuse it. Mm-hmm. I did, you know what I'm saying? I didn't abuse it. I didn't kick in your ass for it, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was there for you. So on the back end of it, when it came down for my turn, I knew that I could trust you with what the fuck I had going on.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the point I'm making is you show in order to, it might not be the right way, I don't know, but when it comes down to showing your vulnerability, I guess for me, I have to know that, hey, if I'm putting my foot in this water, you need to be at least trying to put a motherfucking toenail in this bitch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
So
yeah.
No, I feel you. I definitely feel you on that.
Yeah.
I think it's like kind of looking back on, it's been the same way. Like you said, somebody kind of reveals themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I can open up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this, it's kind of like a give and take.
It is, man.
You don't want to give too much for a motherfucker to take all that shit and not give it back.
Because we all been whooped before. We all been whooped before.
Boy.
We all been whooped when it comes down to that.
Well, so
that's what
I think with the men, it's kind of different because we don't necessarily come at each other like that. But I think when you in love with somebody and that woman actually uses that same shit to hit you below the belt, she heard she run away, that's a whole different ball game. So
that's gonna curry you up.
Yeah, so now your trust is all kind of fucked up. Because I'm telling you, there's been a couple women I dated that then got mad, and my daughters wasn't even over the age of 12. They was hoes and bitches. My mom was a hoe and all the other shit. And you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, it's us. We sit here talking like, why you dragging my mom?
Where they coming in at?
Yeah, my daughter's young. They ain't even having sex, and they hoes and bitches and all that other kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's when they feel, I guess and I know women. We some of our women listeners will like, what kind of woman? Listen, it's happened most of the time. It's women out here.
They can't beat you with this, Reg. Listen, Reg, they see, yeah. Hey, this nigga might dump me on my head. I know this nigga gonna dump me on my head. But this motherfucker I got in my mouth though.
Yeah.
He done gave me the recipe. He done gave me the recipe.
But I also look at it like when it come to us as men, like we're not thinking about that shit. Like if we have, let's say we have fallen out or whatever, we ain't gonna throw no shit in each other's faces. We gonna either we gonna address that shit or we gonna be like, all right, and
keep pushing.
That's it.
I think about so many times where I've been in that situation where a motherfucker cut me with that tongue. And at the end of the day, I got all the ammunition to make this motherfucker light it up like the 4th of July.
And hold back.
But I do not.
Hold back.
Because some way, somehow, I always get the ammunition. In any situation, in any relationship that I've ever been in, bro, I always got the ammunition. Mm-hmm. Always. But I understand that words mean things, man. If I don't understand shit else, you call me bonehead, goddamn, Scooby-Doo, goddamn Odie, whatever you call it. You know what I mean? You can view me as that. If that's how you view me, that's fine. But one thing I do know, and one thing that I was learned, that sticks and stone shit ain't never flew with me.
Right.
That sticks and stone shit never flew with me. It never flew in my house. My mama didn't raise me like that. Mm-hmm. My pa didn't raise me like that. My stepfather didn't raise me like that. I understand. And even in my profession today, words mean things, man.
You think our tongues cut as deep as women's?
Nigga, what?
You can? Hell yeah.
I can kill a motherfucker. Nigga, I can kill a motherfucker off. What? Okay.
Nigga, hey, but you think about it. When shit hits the fan, that's the last thing on a man's mind is right. Like we may say some shit as a light jab. Absolutely. And that's just more so. And a lot of times that shit's in more so defense more than
get you up off of it. Get you up off of it.
Yeah, that's more so in defense. But like, we the motherfucker throw some haymakers. We throw them goddamn haymakers just like they do, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. That's all that is. You know what I mean? That's all that is.
They give, like Dre said, they give us the ammunition too. It's just we don't use the shit.
Okay. All right. So dating a woman or being with a woman, how do y'all feel, or what can a woman do to, I guess, bring out the better version of you?
Well, I'll go.
I gotta think of this one.
You know what? I think it goes back to what I said before, man. No judgment. And the thing about it is that, when you have a partner, period, you know what I'm saying? It's about, you want a partner that fits you, but more than anything, I'll say for one, I want to make sure that my partner is a teacher, right?
Okay. So somebody you learn something from as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, learn something from, a teacher as well. So I think when it boils down to me falling short or not doing things the way that they may say that, or they may think that it's the right way, or it might not even work. Whatever I got going on, if I make a decision, it's a wrong decision. Just don't kick my ass for it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Don't kick my ass for it, because I'm not gonna kick your ass for it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it. Let's figure out where I went wrong, and let's you tell me what your views are, and let's move on from it. Let's make it better. I think for me, that's a big thing for me, because don't nobody want to get their ass kicked, man. Don't nobody want to get the verbal slashing. Ain't nobody with that. I'm not with it. Excuse me. I'm not with it, because that's big for me, because words mean things.
Mm-hmm.
So, because nobody's perfect, and I know I'm gonna make decisions, and I know sometimes I act off impulse, right? So sometimes, not so much these days, but I have in the past. So just don't bust my ass about the wrongdoings, or the mistakes, man. You know what I'm saying? Holler at me about it. So now I know that you understand, or at least let me explain to you why I made the decision that I made, or why I did what I did. Don't judge me for it, but just listen and try to understand why I did what I did. Then, moving forward, that will probably in turn that'll probably make me, be, second guess what it is that I've done, or the decision that I've tried to make, the decision that I've had to make if it comes up again for me.
So
let me piggyback off you.
So I'm gonna try to internalize what you said. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna try to internalize. You said, in a nutshell, I'm human.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck up.
Yes.
You don't have to keep throwing these fuck ups in my face every time it happens.
Precisely.
Okay.
Because, and again, and I'm just talking about me. I don't know, every man is different, to a degree. You know what I mean? But that's me. Like, if I'm hard on myself, you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The last thing I need is for a motherfucker to come down on me. There's no way that you can come down harder on me than I can on myself. Right. But a motherfucker that's trying to do that, nah, bro.
So for me, that's a common theme. For any time I've been in something serious, there may have been a period to where, okay, this happened or that happened, we got over this, but soon as the first sign of disagreement or struggle come in, or a little argument, that old shit that happened a year ago is a prime example. Well, you blah 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 because you was fucking up then, or you did this or you did that. I don't know what it is that motherfuckers cannot let the past go. If we say, okay, look, this is what happened, whether it's me or you, we said this happened, that happened, we're gonna let this shit go, we're gonna move on and get better. Mm-hmm. That's what I expect. I don't expect to hear about shit that happened a year or two ago. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, like you said, okay, but go ahead, Smurf.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to piggyback off of Dre, like he said, he needs a woman to be a teacher. He also needs them to be a student. So here's what I mean by that. I don't know everything, but I know some things. So just as much as I need to be able to learn from you, you also have to be able to take some, take some ideas and opinions from me as well. Because just like you said, we fuck up as men, women fuck up too. May not be as bad as us, but like you said, we are human.
Right.
And the thing is, you have to be able to recognize when you're in the wrong, whether it's what you're saying, what you're doing, whatever. And then if me as as your guy, if I can't come to you and be like, hey, this is what I see, or hey, you were wrong about this, but here's what here's my opinion about it. And if you can't take that, then we got a problem. My thing is, then that comes back to that whole submit thing. Even though and I hate that fucking word because of its so-called meaning, and people take it so fucking literal.
Right.
Like, I'm like, submit, it's more of the idea. Like the meaning is like, the meaning says one thing. You don't have to take that meaning literal. Form it into what's going to work for you and whoever you're with. Because at the end, both people had to submit to each other in order for the shit to work.
Right.
But like I said, like, they're so drawn into that word and its actual, like, the meaning, like the dictionary meaning. And I'm like you have to think beyond that shit.
Great point. I don't. So for me, I need somebody that is well, I guess in order for me, I guess for her to make me better, I think, or to unlock those different aspects of me, I need somebody that's the same things that she I guess expects out of me, I should be able to expect out of her. So exactly. I think because I'm all about the whole dynamic of the team thing. My shortcomings, hopefully my shortcomings are your strong points, and your shortcomings are my strong points. So where I lack, you are strong in. Where you lack, I'm strong in. Or we can learn together and figure out how to complement each other. You know what I'm saying? To where we don't have too many weak links in this chain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily think that one person should be pulling all the weight, pulling this chain. If it's me and you, baby, and we in a tug of war, and we got the world on the other side of this rope and we pulling, it shouldn't be me pulling 70-80% of it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, we both got to be pulling equal, but we got to be helping each other out, a tremendous amount, because I don't necessarily, I don't think anybody wants to be in a situation to where they feel like if shit goes wrong with them or I'm off my game a whole day, like this whole shit is about to fall apart.
Right.
I might as well be by my damn self. Yeah. If I have a bad day and this shit gonna fall apart, what I need you for? Or what do you need me for? If it's the woman. Like right. if you having a bad day and you short in this area, you can't get some shit and you can't rely on me, why am I there? But I don't think we ever look at that aspect, because women will tell us a lot of the times, like, oh, if I got to do this, if I got to do that, then what I need a nigga for?
All right.
Well, baby, what I need you for? I mean, what? How are we complimenting each other?
Right. That's I see where you're going. I see where you're going.
So I told somebody, I said, the worst thing you could have ever told me was that deep down that I knew that I needed them. And I had to sit back, I had to damn near clutch my motherfucking imaginary prayer. I was like, I've been doing this shit for a while by myself.
Yeah.
I think I'll be all right.
Right. Yeah. I can show you better. I can show you better.
Right.
You better. You think I need you? I can show you better.
I'm like, having you with me is very helpful. It keeps right. It keeps my goddamn sanity in check at times. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I've been doing this shit for what? I've been living on this earth for what, 39 years now?
Oh wow, yeah.
Been an adult for a strong, what, since I was 17, 18? I think I've had some bumps in the roads, but shit, I made it thus far.
We all have. You supposed to be kicked in the ass. If life ain't kicked you in your ass,
Man.
you ain't learned shit yet.
Uh,
If life, love, finances,
All of it.
that ain't kicked you
All
in
of
your
it,
ass
bro.
yet, you ain't learned that. You ain't learned no lesson yet. You ain't.
that motherfucking donkey kicked me, boy.
Yeah. A woman coming into your life. What type of woman are you looking for to make your life better in every aspect? When a woman enters your life, a woman that you're going to entertain, or you say, "Hey, this is potential wife right here."
My potential forever.
Yeah.
You know what?
What are those dynamics that make your life better? That you're looking for to make your life better?
I think I've been describing it the entire part, man.
Because that's never talked about with us.
Well,
No one never looks at what we need or what we want to make us better. It's always improving the other side of it.
Yeah. I think the one of the most important things is again, not kicking a dog when it's down, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not kicking a dog when it's down, man. And also too understanding that even though I am on one end, society tells us, and we've been taught, we've been, been molded to be the head of the household.
Mm-hmm.
But just to understand that we're not perfect, man. You understand what I'm saying? We're not perfect, bro. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, but man is not perfect. You can't. And I'll take it even a step further. Anything that man touches is flawed. So what the fuck do you think that makes man? Flawed.
Flawed motherfucker.
We're more flawed than women are.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making. So yeah, no. And, I throw that out.
We gotta put that disclaimer out there.
I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm not making excuses. I'm not making excuses at all. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, bro, don't expect for me to be perfect. Don't expect for me to make all the right decisions, because nobody makes all the right decisions.
Okay.
Nobody. Right? So let's grow in these things together, because if the shoe was on the other foot, if you made the fucked up decision, what you gonna expect me to do? You gonna expect for me to say, here you go. Here go my hand. Or here go my arms. Come here. It's okay. It's all right. That's what you're gonna expect from me. Now I expect the same thing from you.
Okay.
I expect the same thing from you. And I think that's fair.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's fair, regardless of what hat or what roles within the household. I think that's fair.
All right. And my thing, and you can chastise me about the shit. Like, you can be like, well, hey, what the fuck was that? I get that part. But like you said, I need, like you said, the same way I'm gonna bring you in and console you, give me that shit too.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Look, we expect that kicking ass.
Yeah, need it. It's necessary.
Yeah.
It's necessary.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Necessary. Reggie, what about you, dog? Tell me.
Right.
Listen, I want to know, because I don't know. And you my guy, so I want to hear.
Look, hey, he been single for a minute, so I know he been trying to get everything together.
Yeah. And far as I guess a woman coming in my life, making it better, and even the better version of me, I need time, because I think just being single, I think is a curse within itself. Once you start getting serious with somebody, because it is, as Dre and you said, Smurf, earlier, it's a whole lot of things that you have to unlearn, because you're just, I'm so, with myself. Like I don't worry about or think about other entities outside of myself, besides my children. So just getting back into that relationship mind frame of thinking about what XYZ will feel about this, or if I post this, how is she gonna feel about this, or if I just jump up and leave the house at 10 o'clock. There's a lot of shit you can't do no more. You know what I'm saying? And then even with that same aspect, I think I said it last week or one of these other weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like confrontation and disagreements and arguments, all other kind of shit. I'm quick to, like, right now, I don't argue with nobody because I don't have to. I don't disagree with nobody because I don't have to. But I understand, like, once I get back in a relationship, those are things that is going to happen because you got two people trying to coexist with each other in the same space, and love on each other and all this other stuff. So you're just going to have that dynamic to where it's some shit you're going to do or somebody else might do that one of the others not going to disagree with. And so me right now, I'm like, you know what, man, I don't have to put up with that shit. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I understand, like, I just can't call it quits on a motherfucker just because we ain't agree about who left the cap off the orange juice last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just some small dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But
I get what you're going.
But yeah. So I think time is a big one because I'm definitely not a finished product. I'm not a finished product. I think I do think a woman being in a relationship with the right woman, I think that makes me better because it puts me in a mind frame or a different space or even a different type of person than I am. Just regular Reg don't care about nobody. Reg's gonna do what the fuck he want to do, move how he want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I just need that. I think somebody that understands me or willing to understand me and has patience, as both of y'all said, to has that patience to understand that, hey, this guy gonna fuck up. He ain't gonna get it right now. He might not get it right tomorrow, but it's gonna be some shit that he gonna fuck up on. It's gonna be a lot of shit that he does great. And even at times, she might have to take the steering wheel. Because I might not make the right decision or have the right idea here and there. And that's even after being in a relationship 3, 4, 5 years. I mean, I don't necessarily want somebody to have to depend on me for everything.
Thanks.
Because my thought process ain't always the greatest.
Yep.
No.
That's real.
But I don't know, man. I just I'm in a sense I'm ready to dive back into that pool, just the dating scene. It is like Smurf said, just to begin this shit out. It's tough out here. It's hard because I mean you don't know. It's just so dating. It's so much more added pressure on dating these days than it was at any other time because of as we said, social media and what social media is looking for, what social media says dating should be, and nobody has their own idea of what they want in a relationship. It seems like everybody's idea of dating or being in a relationship is formulated off of what somebody else says. And I that's one thing I think we have to let go of as a society is just letting other people tell us what our relationship should look like.
Because it makes it seem like nobody knows what the fuck they want.
Right, absolutely.
And I'm like, as just a human, like you know what you like, know what you like in a person, how they look, how tall they are, whatever the fuck.
Right.
Fucking go for the people that you like. And fucking just be open to whatever. I'm like, shit, I'm sure I'll probably date a few women. Some of them motherfuckers ain't gonna be interested in me. 1 or 2 maybe. I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. Cause my aspect when it comes to like my aspect when it comes to all types of shit, fucking relationships, marriage, religion, like all that shit's changed over time.
Mm-hmm.
Especially as I get older, like everything's changing. And it's just, and I think more so now that I've been in the in that mindset of just kind of I when I say I mind my fucking business, like I mind my business. I go to work, I go to the fucking gym, I go to the art gallery and do my photography there. I do my photography outside the art gallery, and then I'm at the crib. Now, like how it's Cinco de Mayo, motherfuckers out at Mexican restaurants kicking it. Here we are, sitting at the motherfucking crib on this podcast, chilling.
Ain't about to move a motherfucking muscle.
Right, and they ain't finna go nowhere after this. I probably crank up this motherfucking PS5 and play some Call of Duty after this. But it's something. I like I said, my everything has changed so much. It's just it's to the point now. It's just like I'm going to stay in my lane and figure out what it is that I want for myself, what I want when it comes to a relationship and everything else, and let shit fall in place. I'm not trying to force nothing. The one thing that I've been trying to do the most is date, and that's only because of my mom. We had a talk a few months ago, and she was just like, "Yo, you never dated after your first marriage," and I had to kind of sit back and think about the shit. And I was like, she was like, "You got out your first marriage, and like all of a sudden, your damn second wife, pops up." Well, at the time we were dating, she was like, "You end up having a girlfriend," which was my second wife, and I was just like, "Shit." Like I had to really sit back and think about that shit. I was like, "Shit, you right." I was like, I really didn't like my first marriage. I got out the shit. I so-called kicked it, but I wasn't really dating. Then boom, I'm in a whole nother goddamn relationship. So at this point, I'm trying to slow roll it a little bit, enjoy life, travel, do all the shit that I want to do, and then when I feel like it's time, fucking sit the fuck down.
Right, and you just made me think of something up, and I just said as far as in the time aspect, I think because there have been women that I was entertaining and I was like really on that cusp or close to, but I think the time frames too are different for when you're trying to get to know somebody, you're entertaining somebody, you're dating somebody. You'll have that person that's ready to put a title on something, to where I'm kind of still trying to figure things out because I've been down this road before. I don't. I want to necessarily. I feel like my next relationship is probably my last one that I ever want to be in. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be entertaining other women after this. I don't want to, okay, it ain't work out. Now I'm back here on the market or whatever else. So I'd rather take my time. But I think, when you start getting them, I feel like that, so what are we doing question? I feel like that shit starts adding pressure to you to where you start thinking about, okay, all right, now I got to figure out, now I got to adjust my time frame and speed shit up to where I'm not in that mode. I'm just trying to figure this shit out and see how the pieces in this puzzle fit together. You know what I'm saying? Right. If I'm fucking with you and you over my house every day, you in my bed or I'm in your bed or we doing this, we doing that, I feel like, there ain't enough wiggle room for me to be out here entertaining other motherfuckers like that, which, I mean, it happens. It happens. People do it. But you know what I'm saying? But I think as a person, that person should know me and how I feel and how I'm moving. You know what I'm saying? You automatically know that person you with, you see them, how they move and the things they say, and you can only take a person for face value until they show you different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I just think when they start introducing that, so what are we doing question, I think that kind of for me, that kind of starts fucking shit up, because I think I start feeling a little added pressure to put a title on this or what we doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I mean, I feel like already if I'm giving you all of me and my time, I mean, I think that kind of speaks for itself.
It should, but
Yeah, it should. It should. You're absolutely right.
why? But at the end of the day, we all know that it's some motherfuckers out here. It's some dudes out here that can juggle well. The clown act is real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, they bozos for motherfucking Sunday. So, so we can't really necessarily, I feel like we can't necessarily put the knock on women when it comes down to time, because we see there's some niggas out here that real life.
Yeah.
They know how to juggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I understand what you're saying. You're saying it from a grown man that's done been through some shit, that's done lived through some shit, that's done got over some shit, that's ready to have some shit. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said, like, I mean, just as far as in the whole aspect of, me telling, because like I said, you can only take what everybody says off face value. Just like me as a man, I can only take this woman for what she says is face value, because I don't know what the fuck she's doing outside of me or what she's going on. I mean, but in my mind, if we in each other's face all the time, every day or every other day, or you coming over spending the night, I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not gonna worry myself or stress myself out about other outside shit anyway until that shit shows up. My life ain't set up like that no more. I don't have time to be quote unquote Inspector Stupid Ass no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, man. I listen. If you said it, then that's what it is. Until I find the shit out, I'm not about to sit here and drive myself crazy, get gray hairs trying to figure out what the fuck you got going on, where you went when you said you was going to the gas station to put some gas in the car or whatever else. I called you, you ain't answer the phone. I'm not about to pull up anywhere, ride by your house, see if you just, that ain't me. Like, I'm just taking this shit for face value until you show me something different. But yeah, man. Fellas, I enjoyed this talk, man. I enjoyed this talk.
For sure.
I know it probably sound a little toxic at times, but
it is what it is.
Only tell it how it is. You know what I'm saying? But
look, I've listened to other podcasts with women on their side, and it's a lot worse. So
yeah, this is mild mannered.
Yeah.
But so
perfect, man.
Yeah. So all of us have been married before. Or either in a serious relationship. So what is one thing that this relationship aspect that you've been in, one thing that you have learned that you would take with you into every relationship you go into?
Let's see.
You know what? I'll say lying gets you nowhere.
Okay. You know what?
Lying gets you nowhere.
Okay.
And I know we get ready to wrap this thing up, and because it's time.
Yeah, we good.
But I'm gonna say lying gets you nowhere, because at the end of the day, us as men, the first thing you want a woman to think is, oh, I'm a real nigga, 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 I'm a real nigga. You gonna, some way, somehow, you gonna beat that in her head, dog. You gonna beat it in her head, right?
Okay.
But being a real nigga is understanding that when everything that we talked about on this pod, understanding that when you have those fuck ups, when you have those shortcomings, being real is saying, hey, I fucked up, and whatever comes, but I'm gonna let you know what comes. I'm gonna let you know that I fucked up, and whatever comes with it, I'm a real nigga, so I can handle it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay.
I will say something I'll take into something that I can take into my next relationship is to talk, to express my feelings more. Cause I'm known to bottle that shit up in a heartbeat. Like if
We are doing
I can, I can be going through something and I know she's sitting right there and I can sit here and confide to her and get everything I need out of her to make me to figure out what I need to do. I won't, because of like we said earlier, that judgment. And it's like I'll put myself in the shell. We'll fucking try and tough that shit out until I get through it or I can't no more. Then I really have to fucking open up.
Okay.
So it'll be to really talk more and actually express myself more.
Those are good ones, man. I don't know. I like to think of myself as a natural conversationalist. I like to talk. I like to, whether it's sports, politics, relationships, religion, all that other shit. But I'm trying to get into the aspect to where I value the different opinion from mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I automatically know that, my thought process ain't always the right one, or how I feel about a situation or see it is not always an opposing, view or the right view. But I've dated plenty of women to where they have said some shit that I'm like, that shit makes no sense and it sounds stupid and I can't believe you think like that. And that shit was a turnoff. And but so I think that's one major thing I've worked on within myself to just understand, like, hey, find out why she thinks like that or feels like that, or what has she been through, to make her process it in this way or whatever else. And I definitely think that's a big one. And I guess you can kind of wrap that up into communication, to just communicate more, or trying to figure out, because a lot of people aren't communication. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we all, for some reason or another, like to talk. You know what I'm saying? And like to have a kind of intellectual, stimulating conversation or whatever, because that kind of excites me and turns me on. So I don't know. I like that more, and I would need that. But I think I need to dig more into it to figure out, okay, this opinion varies, and why this person thinks that way or feel that way, and move from there.
I'm gonna say, communication wise, we're very surface based, like, because we're so. And I look at it, a lot of times we're scared to kind of dig deep because we're scared of what the other person may have to say, or how they feel about the whatever the conversation is.
Okay. All right. All right, fellas. Let's wrap that up. Let's wrap that up. Let me go ahead and let you plug yourself, Smurf.
Hey, glad to be back. Appreciate it as always, fellas. Always good to fellowship with y'all. Y'all know me, man. Ghost_St. Patrick 82 on IG. Photography page, WO Wiley _photography. That's my photography page. Appreciate y'all as always, man.
No doubt, no doubt.
Hey, man, At the end of the day, dog, shout out to the great state of North Carolina. I'm so North Carolina in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I am, man. I can't help it, dog. Shout out to my family, man. Shout out to my little cousin Danielette, man. Is getting ready to get her bachelor's degree in 2 years, man, from UNCG. Shout out to you,
Congrats.
Danielette, and keep on going, girl. I'm proud of you. I love you to death. You don't even know how much you inspire me to keep going into this school shit. And I'm so proud of you. Thank you, Unapologetic Nation, for rocking with us and sticking with us and hanging out with us. And we really appreciate it. And again, as always, mental health is real, man. And if you're having any issues, any problems, myself and Reggie, and then we got Smurf on here. I'm sure the three of us, although we're not subject matter experts on mental illness or mental health, we can definitely point you into the right direction to get the help that you need. So just plug in, tap in. Smurf let you know with his how you can reach him. You already know you can tap into Unapologetic on IG. If you want to talk to me personally, it's NSG_nomads, and we'll get the help that you need. Other than that, man, I'm gone.
Yes. Once again, Smurf, thank you for being on.
Appreciate y'all boys, man.
Always, anytime we got some good shit on and we want to talk this male guy shit, we gonna
Right.
we gonna have you on.
But we're gonna have to do something a little bit lighter. I need to get these jokes off.
Actually, this is kind of light compared to not last week.
I've been saying, yeah, this one. I've been saying this one.
But the 2 or 3 before that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we gonna get it. But I do want to throw this disclaimer out there, ladies. This is not male toxicity at its finest. We're not bashing women. We just sitting around. This is basic average shit. I mean, take what you want from it, and the other shit, throw it away. I mean, we not bashing anybody.
Shit, if anything, we gave you the motherfucking keys. What you gonna do with it?
Right. I was gonna say, shit. We gave up some shit.
And actually, this is part one. This is the part one. I'm not necessarily gonna say part 2 is next week, but we're gonna have a part 2 to this, and it's gonna be women. So the roles are gonna reverse, and we gonna talk about it because I mean, somewhere within this aspect of us dating, there is a big disconnect. And I mean, when coming off the episode last week and this week, we don't know where the disconnect is. I mean, it's somewhere, but we don't know where it is. I mean, I want to really blame it on social media and all of us being more followers than leaders, because we're following a current trend that's on social media. You know what I'm saying? But to close it out, thank you for tuning in. I want to give a shout out to my family, to my loved ones, to all my friends, everybody that really fuck with me. Shout out to all the podcasters and influencers. Our viewers, thank you. We still putting out this good content for y'all week in, week out. Reach out to us for joint appearances if y'all want to. Send us ideas, all that good stuff. We looking for it. As y'all see, we can talk about anything. It ain't just relationships. It ain't just sports. It's not just politics or whatever else. It's anything. Anything that's good material, we're willing to bring to our platform and talk about. Outside of that, y'all, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here with us. As always, we are unapologetic.
Like, subscribe, and share.
I was thinking about that shit when you were. I said in my mind,
Hey, that's why y'all a team.
I said, damn.
That's why y'all a team.
Right. I said, damn. I forgot to say that shit, but Dre is about to say it right now while he.
Hey, as soon as he leaned over, you should have knew.
And he did say it, and I forgot all about that shit. Yeah.
You know what, man? It's just because we put this thing out here, man, and we just giving motherfuckers free lunch, free chicken, man. So it for us, yeah, of course we want to be recognized and shit. But at the end of the day, week in, week out, we just trying to put good content in the universe, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you forget, bro. And I get it.
But so and I hate to extend this but we can talk a little bit longer. But for the most part, we all work. We got lives outside of this shit. So actually setting aside the time, okay, we're gonna do a podcast on Wednesday, 8:00. That's like, okay, this time to catch up with my niggas. Time
right.
That we actually, because sometimes we got to do that. We have to set aside time to actually talk to our friends and do stuff, because we got so much shit going on in the regular work week. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it for all intents and purposes, it actually works out that way.
Thanks.
Because we may text each other here and there throughout the week, talk about football or basketball or some other shit that's going on, but actually blocking off a time frame of an hour, 2 hours to just kick it with my niggas is good within itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Episode, what we on, 37? Episode 37. Apologetic, unfiltered, all that good stuff. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you for tuning in.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.